I'm Andrew Reiter, and I'm joined with Kimberly Ferguson, my boss. We're from the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., and we were asked to do a presentation on our Congress.gov API, provide a little introduction to it, and just explain what we're doing with that right now. So Congress.gov is a fantastic source of legislative information related to the United States Congress, and we wanted to provide assistance to those who are looking to download accurate and structured congressional data. Since this was a massive undertaking and we got approval from our data partners, we launched a beta model of Congress.gov's API on September 6th, 2022. And during this period, we benefited immensely from our users and the Congressional Data Task Force, which is a consortium of different partners on Capitol Hill who work with legislative and congressional data. Our API grew very quickly. Currently, from April to June 2023, we had 96.5 million requests made inside the API. And that was up from 31.4 million requests from October to December 2022, which was when we began taking note of our metrics. In August 2023, we continued to add endpoints related to our different collections on Congress.gov, and we added 2 new endpoints, which was very exciting for us: the bound congressional record and the daily congressional record, which the Congressional Record is the official publication of the United States Congress. So to have this information for our users was a very important step in developing our API. And then this week we had a public forum on Congress.gov, and we were very excited and thrilled to remove our beta label and to go fully into production. So the Congress.gov API is now available for users around the world to access and to take a look at and to get different kinds of data from. So we were very thrilled about that. It was a really exciting time for us. We thought we would do a little demonstration of the website and show attendees what the Congress.gov API actually looks like. So I'm going to click this link. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute, and I'm just going to click this link and then resume sharing. All right, so this is our Congress.gov API website. On this website, users will have the ability to sign up for an API key, which is absolutely required for those who are looking to generate requests on our API. And it also provides a link to our GitHub repository, which I'll discuss a little bit more in a few minutes. To run a query, you need to have, like I said, an API key, which can be generated on this website. You just input your key into here, and you are able to then access different endpoints. So our API is organized by different collections on Congress.gov, whether those are bills or amendments or summaries of bills or data related to different Congresses, members of Congress, committees, etc. So we have a lot of different endpoints where you can return a lot of valuable information. And that's one of our favorite things about this, is that we have really strived to make so many of our endpoints relevant to a large amount of users who need this information quickly. So one thing that I personally really like about these endpoints is that we provide an example request and an example of what that request would actually return, the different kinds of data. And additionally, for users who might not feel as comfortable making a request or they need some guidance, we also provide this ability to try out the different parameters. And we make a note of the different parameters, for example, that are required for a search to return results. So for example, for this search, which is on sorting bills by Congress, the bill type, the bill number, and their actions, you're going to need to specify a specific Congress, a specific type of bill, which we list the different values. For example, S is for Senate bill, a bill that originated in the United States Senate. And then we provide a requirement for the bill's number. So, for example, 3076. If you hit execute, it will return a URL for you, and you can copy and paste the URL into your browser, and it will return the information, which is super valuable. And so if you just copy and paste it into here, it will return all of the information that the API request returned. So you will see action dates and the text. So for example, this particular House Bill, HR 3076, became public law number 117-108. And you can see here the text of the action. Additionally, you'll see the date that it was signed by the president, the date that it was presented to the president, data on different kinds of actions related to the Senate and to the House of Representatives, including the vote tallies, and also refer URLs to those vote rosters. So you can, copy and paste this and then be taken to the Senate website to see the roll call of how every senator voted. Additionally, we have in here, we have different action items related to the House of Representatives, where this originated. And so this is just a lot of relevant information. And you can also at the very end of this see the request or what exactly you had specified to return this information. So it's just a nice reminder for users. Our default format is XML, but the website allows people to specify JSON if they want in the parameters. So if you want this to be in a JSON format, if that's your preferred format, we do allow that. So that's a little bit about our wonderful API there. And then I just also wanted to go to our GitHub page. As I mentioned, on our Congress.gov API website, we have a link to our GitHub repository where we publish a lot of our information. It's available to anybody. You can create an account on GitHub and join this and start following our API. We provide a nice overview of this. And like I said, we will be removing this beta designation on Monday. So we're really excited. We provide all sorts of information about how to get an API key, our current version, which is currently version 3, and then just some specifications about how many requests you can make within an hour. We are exploring options to possibly make this a little bit higher, but we're still exploring that. And then we just have some more information. One of our most important things on this website is the change log. We maintain a pretty frequently updated change log that shows all of our upcoming productions. So we have a couple of production sprints coming up in October, and we also have one in, I believe, September, late September. And these will show all the changes that our developers are working on to make this API better, to enhance it, to fix any bugs that have been identified, etc. So for users who have encountered difficulties or have suggestions, this is a really great first stop to see what exactly is going on in the Congress.gov API. You can see again what we're doing to make this better for users and what we're doing to fix any issues that might have been reported. On top of that, we maintain an issues log, and anybody is allowed to submit an issue. And issues can be anything that range from I'm getting an error message and I don't know why, is this a bug, to suggestions like this one. So some of our users have suggested things that could possibly make the API better. And our team of developers, project managers, data experts meet weekly to review this and to check the feasibility, to replicate any issues that might have been reported, and we respond to users as soon as possible to kind of close the loop or provide the next steps. So again, we really take our feedback seriously. We could not have launched this API without feedback from our users. So we're just very grateful for them, and we really appreciate feedback in this repository. Additionally, this is where we host all of our documentation related to our different endpoints. So we maintain pages in this GitHub repository that specify all of the different endpoints in the API. So we provide information on what that endpoint will cover and information about that particular collection, which will direct users to Congress.gov to learn about that collection. And then we also provide all the elements and their definitions so that users can kind of know what they expect to see when they are trying to create a request in the API. So these are all the different options that you would be able to see when you are working, for example, with the Congressional record, which again is our United States Congress's official publication. So we tried really hard to make this as open and as accessible to as many people as possible. And again, we're very thrilled to be able to share this with the world and our users, and of course, our congressional staff and our members of Congress. We think that this is a very, exciting next step in congressional data and also making information more accessible to more people. So again, we're really excited to have removed that beta label, and we're super thrilled for what is next with the API. We're definitely going to continue working on endpoints. I think we're exploring options to incorporate Senate amendment text into the API, which is something that's been an ongoing investigative process. So again, we're really excited to continue work on this and to be able to share this with all of you. So thank you.